Hi all, thank you for joining me for some yoga today. What you'll need today for class is a mat, a strap, maybe some blocks, and grab pillows or blankets or whatever you need for your final relaxation. Remembering that this is your practice, this is your time, so take this at your own level or however your day is going today. So again, listen to your body and allow yourself to bring that body and mind connection together, and we'll see you guys in class. Welcome to yoga. So we're going to start in standing today. So when you're ready, maybe finding yourself, maybe your toes touching a little bit, maybe your heels touching a little bit, lifting those toes up off of the floor, and then beginning with the pinky toe, working down, piano those toes into the floor or into your mat, and then grip that. Press through our heels, tuck that tailbone under, shoulders down and back, and palms out, finding that strong mountain pose. Begin to breathe here, not using our arms yet, but maybe inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling. Inhale and sweep our arms up, and exhale, dive it down and over. First dive down, good. Inhale and sweep our arms up towards the sky. And release our arms to our sides. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Let's hold them up this time. Go ahead and drop that right arm down and reach this over, lengthen through that. Good, lift this up, inhale. Exhale, take it to the other side, reach. Inhale, lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Very slowly, one vertebrae at a time. Let's roll this up. Head comes up last, roll our shoulders down and back. Let's do that again. Sweep our arms up. Hold them at the top. Let's drop one arm down and reach this. Inhale and lift. And exhale, reach. Inhale, lift. And exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, sweep our arms up towards the sky. Let's exhale into cactus arms. So squeezing our shoulder blades together. Inhale and lift this up. And exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, sweep our arms up towards the sky. Exhale it into cactus. Inhale and lift. And exhale, dive it down and over. One more time like this. Inhale and sweep our arms up. And exhale. Inhale and lift. And exhale, dive it down and over. Very nice. Go ahead and standing forward fold. Bending our knees. Let's go ahead and keep those knees bent as we get a deeper fold here. Relaxing that head and neck. Maybe nodding that head yes. Or shaking that head no. Allow yourself to stretch in this forward fold. If you feel like it now, you can begin to straighten those legs a little. Maybe taking those knees from side to side, doing a little pedaling here. And then slowly, one vertebrae at a time, let's roll that spine up, lifting this up, sweep our arms up towards the sky, and then release our arms down. Very nice. Let's take it down to the floor. And finding a seated form, whichever feels most comfortable for you. You can be on your knees, or you can be simple cross-legged. We're going to sweep our arms up towards the sky as we inhale. Let's exhale, reach this over. Inhale and lift. And exhale, reach. Inhale and lift. As we exhale, we're going to twist, dropping that down. Inhale and lift. Other side, exhale, twist, dropping down. One more time like that, each side. Inhale and lift, and exhale, and inhale, lift, and exhale. Inhale, reach our arms up, go ahead and drop, and reach this over. Good stretch. Inhale and lift this up, and as we exhale, we're going to dive it forwards. So you can have your hands on the ground, or if you're like me, tight in your hip flexors, you can use a block here. So sweeping the arms up, diving it down and over. Hands are either on the floor or on the block. Trying to keep our back nice and flat, shoulders down and away. So try not to round right here. We're flattening that up, opening that clavicle. Try and keep those glutes down, breathing it deeply here. You can feel this stretch all over the place. Good, gently bring this up. Let's switch our legs to make a nice little lightning bolt. And so our right leg is in the front. We're going to go ahead and twist. Holding this here, get this nice deep stretch. Lifting that inner thigh and bring this back to center. Good, twist that again and back to center. One more time, let's twist this again and back to center. Good, leaning it back. Let's switch sides, take it to the other side. So we'll twist it here, lifting that inner thigh, lifting the glute, breathing it deeply here, and bring this back to center. Let's do 3 like that, twist, and back to center. Last 2, and back to center. And last 1, and back to center. Good, leaning it back. Let's go ahead and take our legs underneath us. We'll move into cat and cow. So dropping our belly to the floor, take our eyes to the sky as we inhale. Round our spine, chin to chest, exhale. And dropping that again. Do a few rounds here, how fast or how slow, whatever feels best for you today. So a few rounds of these cat and cow, really allowing yourself to make that spine mobile and rounding that up. And dropping that belly, eyes to the sky. Good. Sitting our heels back, glutes back towards our heels. Let's take it back into our first child's pose. So taking this down, remembering that if you need to, you can always put a pillow between your glutes and your heels if there's a lot of space there, or a couple of pillows. I've had clients where they've needed a couple pillows, and that's very normal, especially for tight glutes, tight hips, tight hip flexors. So allow yourself to stretch here. Looking forward at our fingers, let's walk our hands over to the right. Take that left hand, place it right on top of that right hand, and sit that left glute towards that left heel. You can get a good stretch up that side of the body. Then let's walk it over to the other side, taking our right hand right on top of that left hand, and then right glute to right heel. And bring this back to center. Looking forward at our fingers, grip our fingertips towards the floor or towards the mat. Lifting ourselves up slightly forward so that our shoulders are in front of our fingertips. So now we're getting a little stretch in the wrists right here. If your wrists you've got issues with your wrists, then feel free. You don't have to go there. You can stay with those wrists right underneath the shoulders. If you want to, you can have them a little bit forward. But we're kind of going to do a little circles here just to warm up those wrists, and then circle it the other way. Good, back into child's pose. Looking forward. Let's curl our toes under. You can scoot that pillow back. Curl our toes under. We'll go into our first downward facing dog. So lifting our tail up, keep our knees bent, and then begin to pedal our feet here. So pedaling that down, heels down towards the floor. Stretching through those calves, stretching through those hamstrings. Finding stillness in that downward facing dog. Maybe nodding that head yes, or shaking that head no. Lift up on our toes, heels high. Let's drop our heels over to one side. Stretch the ankles. And then lift, dropping over to the other side. Stretch the ankles. Bring this back to center, dropping to our knees, dropping to our elbows. You can have your hands in front of you or you can clasp them. We're going to go into dolphin, so curling our toes under, lifting tail to the sky. So now we've got dolphin here. And again, still stretching through those legs, but now adding a little bit of shoulder strengthening in here. Dropping to those knees, back into our downward facing dog. So lift this up, down dog. And then back to those knees, taking ourselves down, either clasping or hands down, dolphin. Lift this up. And dropping this down. One more downward facing dog. Lift this up, breathing it here. Let's walk our feet to meet our hands to a standing forward fold at the front edge of our mat. We'll do a few sun salutations here. So let's inhale, sweep our arms up towards the sky. Exhale, dive it down and over. Bull feet back to top of plank. Drop to our knees, uncurl our toes. Let's slowly lower heart to the floor, heart off of the floor. Curl our toes under. Lift and press, downward facing dog, and breathe. Walk our feet to meet our hands, standing forward fold. Inhale, sweep our arms up towards the sky. Exhale, dive it down and over. Both feet back to top of plank. Shift our weight forward, drop to fronts of the knees, uncurl toes. Slowly take heart to the floor, heart up off of the floor. Curl our toes, lift and press. Downward facing dog again and breathe. Walk our feet to meet our hands. We're going to do 2 more of those. Let's inhale, sweep our arms up towards the sky. Exhale, dive it down and over. Both feet back to top of plank. Shift our weight forward, drop to fronts of the knees, uncurl toes. Slowly lower heart to the floor, heart off of the floor. Curl our toes under, lift and press. Downward facing dog and breathe. And one more time. Let's go ahead and walk our feet to meet our hands. Last sun salutation. Inhale and sweep our arms up towards the sky. Exhale, dive it down and over. Both feet back to top of plank. Shift our weight forward, drop to fronts of the knees, uncurl toes, slowly lower heart to the floor, heart off of the floor. Curl our toes under, lift and press. Downward facing dog and breathe. In our down dog, let's go ahead and go into a 3-leg down dog. So centering our weight, let's lift our right leg, rotate that ankle. Bring that right leg down. Now centering the weight, lift our left leg, rotate that ankle. Bring our left leg down, center our weight, lift our right leg, bend at our knee and drop our right heel over towards that left glute, maybe flexing through that foot. Bring that knee back to center and then taking our leg back down. Center that weight, lift our left leg, bend at that knee and drop that heel over towards the right glute. Bring that leg back to center and taking this down, downward facing dog. Breathe. Take it into top of plank, shift the weight forward, drop to front of the knees, uncurl toes, heart to the floor, heart off of the floor. Curl our toes and back into child's pose. Stretch through that. Looking forward, nice and slow, let's go ahead and bring ourselves back up onto all fours. Let's stretch the shoulders in the back a little bit, and then we'll go onto our backs. So lift our left arm up. Let's go ahead and sweep this through, thread the needle, take the temple on the floor, and then both palms onto the floor. Stretch through the back, through the shoulders. Allow that a nice, good stretch, deep breathing. And then let's go ahead and press ourselves up. Take it to the other side, so let's lift right arm up, sweep this through, thread the needle, take this down. And temple on the floor, both palms on the floor. Stretch through this, breathe deeply. And then press ourselves up. Good, let's go ahead and take our legs out from underneath us. And we'll go all the way down onto our backs. We'll do a few bridges, so we'll strengthen that low back. You can use a block here or you don't have to. Let's go ahead and take it all the way down. I like the block because it aligns your legs for you and it also engages the inner thighs, so you have to strengthen those inner thighs. But again, you don't have to. You just want to make sure in the bridge that your knees aren't going in or splaying out. You want everything nice and lined up. So lifting our pelvis towards the sky. Take our chin to chest and go ahead and take those shoulder blades underneath the body just a little bit and holding this bridge here. Breathing deeply, you can watch that belly or the lungs lift and lower with each breath. Very slowly, we're going to roll the spine down onto the floor, one vertebrae at a time. Taking that down, pelvis last, and then lift this up. So we're going to do 2 more like that. Very slowly, one vertebrae at a time, imprint that spine onto the floor, and then lift this up. And one more time, imprint that spine onto the floor, and then lift this up. Good, take this all the way down onto the floor, and go ahead and release. Release that block if you've got it. Reach behind one knee, pull that in, and then reach behind the other, pull that in. And again, reach behind and behind. Very nice. We're going to move into some final relaxation. or a little body scan. So if you want to relax longer, then feel free to do that. I'm going to take us through a body scan, and then I'm going to take us through some final breathing. So allowing yourself to lengthen through your arms, through your legs, through your body. You can bring as many pillows as you want, bring blankets, use eye pillow, whatever you need to for this final relaxation, but really lengthening through that body. Lengthen through that. Imagine that your lungs are lifting towards the ceiling. Maybe that low back can get up off of the floor. And then when you're ready, allow yourself to begin to sink. As your breath is exhaling your body is becoming heavier and sinking in towards the floor. Let's go ahead, bending at the knees, and maybe taking our knees together and our feet apart. Allow that low back to get right there into the floor. You can have your arms above you, out to the side, whatever feels comfortable. If this is not comfortable for you, then of course feel free to have your legs long. But either way, you're going to allow yourself to just begin to relax, begin to quiet the mind, begin to quiet the body, as it's computing together all of the things that you just did, all of the exercises, the movements, the balance that you just worked on. And with those eyes closed, mentally scanning from our toes all the way to the top of the head. So go ahead and wiggle those toes and point the toes and flex the feet. Actually, if you have your knees bent, you can do that too. You can point your toes and flex your feet, lifting your heels, or if it makes it easier, go ahead and straighten your legs now. So again, now we're pointing those toes and flexing those feet, and pointing those toes and flexing those feet. And again, maybe letting those feet fall open. Scanning up that body, relax the ankles and the shins. Relax the calves and the knees, the kneecaps. Relax the hamstrings and the quadriceps, those front thighs and those backs of the legs. Relax the pelvis. Allow that pelvis to become heavy by allowing the belly button to fall back towards your spine. So allow that belly to become heavy. Relax the rib cage. As that rib cage relaxes, maybe your arms fall a little bit more relaxed too. Maybe you bend a little bit at those elbows, and that heart lifts a little bit towards the sky. Relaxing that rib cage, relaxing the chest, the arms. Maybe wiggle those fingers. Roll the fingers in towards the wrist, and then roll those knuckles towards your wrists. Right there. And stretching the forearms, the hands, the fingers, and then gently release that. Relax. Relax that neck, maybe moving the head back a little bit. Jaw is lifted, and then relax that jaw. Let that jaw fall open. Relax the cheeks, the nose, the eyes. Let your eyes fall back to the back of your skull. Relax your scalp, the top of your head. Allow your whole body to be floating and held safe, supported, encouraged. Encouraging yourself, forgiving yourself this time, this self-care, taking care of you, your body, your mind. So important. Very slowly, let's begin to bring things back to the present. And again, if you feel like you'd like more relaxation, then stay there. Feel free to do that. Otherwise, begin to maybe bend your knees and drop those knees over to the side facing me. And then take yourself onto your side into the fetal position. So right there onto your side. Then from here, let's take that top arm and press it into the floor, lifting ourselves up nice and slow. So take your time, especially if you've got blood pressure issues or anything like that. Take your time, take it slow. And finding a space that feels comfortable for you to sit in. You can sit cross-legged. I kind of like to sit on a block on my feet, stretching through the ankles and the feet. Ooh, that's a good stretch right there. And let's go to bring this back up. Sit that up nice and tall. Let's sweep our arms towards the sky. Bring our palms together and drop our hands down in front of the heart. Take our fingers to forehead. As we leave today, let us think thoughts of truth and thoughts of love, thoughts that are kind and thoughts that are pure, thoughts that encourage and uplift and do not discourage or tear down. Take fingers to the lips. As we leave today and speak with others, let us speak words of love and words of truth, words that encourage and uplift and do not discourage or tear down. Take hands to heart. As we leave today, let our lives be a light of truth and a light of love, having hearts of compassion and mercy, knowing that we have not been given a spirit of fear, but the spirit of love and a sound and peaceful mind. Nice cleansing exhale. And deep cleansing exhale. And thank you for joining me for some yoga today. Remember and know that you are seen and that you are heard. You are important. You are valuable. You have a voice and you have a choice. We'll see you guys next time. Take care.